related to cryptocurrency, financial products, and financial markets. Guys, very warm welcome to all you guys. And as you know, I'm starting a bit late today, given that my health is playing a bit. So I was streaming a little while ago, but then I had to disrupt, I had to abruptly end the stream because somehow due to health issues or due to breathing issues, I'm not able to continue talking. But I'm going to try my best for the next coming 2.5 hours to continue speaking and continuing the stream, just in case I actually fall sick or I don't feel really great. Bear with me as I might end the stream. I'm not too sure, but I will have to see what will be the other alternative that we need to check it out. So just a sec. Okay, I had my medicines just now, so I'm just trying to balance myself. In case I'm able to balance, it's okay. In case I'm not able to, I will have to abruptly end the stream. Okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah, thank you. Now I have to I was going to take my So I'm logged into the Zbit platform. So all you guys, know that Zbit is available on Play Store at the moment. And if you haven't downloaded the app, you have to download it right now. Okay. I'm going to basically put my link here, my referral code. My referral code is EAWQA. EAWQA is my code. Use that referral link. Use that referral code to basically register so that you can make the most of it. So Zbit platform is a one-stop platform for all your crypto needs. We assure that you have ample support and ample, like on the journey of crypto, you have great amount of support that you need in order to carry on this. So that is what we are expecting you guys, that you guys should first download it to explore what all it has to offer. Right now it is just spot and futures trading that it is offering, and it's a very easy process, honestly speaking. So the process remains like you just have to submit an ID document, which can be passport, Aadhaar, resident ID, driver's license. These are few documents, electoral card and all of that. So these are few things. Whether you belong to India or you belong to any part of the world, one of the documents is good enough. If you submit passport, that should suffice. Just in case you are not able to, just in case for some reason your passport is not valid or it is expired or it is having some issue, then you might see that, you might have to submit some other document if our customer service asks you for that. So that's what it is. Now coming to basically the Zbit platform, this is the desktop version of it. You can see Zbit is here, and this is where the market, the spot, the future. In the spot market, you've got 32 pairs, and futures, you have like 72 pairs, rewards. Under the rewards, once you log in, you get the chance to enter into the lottery. But for that, you need to have some terms and condition. This lottery is not available for anyone and everyone. It is, yes, once you are registered, it is available for you. But if you want to basically get 5x or 100x of your rewards, basically it is subject to terms and condition, and that is when is it possible? It is possible when you basically deposit money into your wallet and start trading with it. So any reward that you get on this platform, any reward that you get on Zbit, It's not a guaranteed thing for sure. It is basically, it is subject to terms and conditions, so you have to watch it out. See, you can see there is 10,000 pepe that I got in as a reward. You might as well get that, or you might get something else also, so that totally depends on you. And you can see right now it's there in my account as well. The pepe that I got is in my account, so that is what it is. Now moving on, here's a piece of information just now about at so the live crypto markets, as you know, as part of the day-to-day conversations that we have, we talk for 4 hours every day, and this is what I have to say, that right now Bitcoin is at 118, down by 0.16%. Ethereum is 4.91% positive, BNB 1.35%, Solana 2.57% up, XRP at is also 2.51% up. So today in crypto circles, Dante Dispart says the Genius Act ensures such giants and banks can't dominate the stablecoin market without facing strict structural and regulatory hurdles. Bitcoin social media dominance has surged, which may signal a local top. Meanwhile, CoinDCX crypto exchange has been hacked for 44 million. OMG. My God, why does this even happen, guys? I'm seriously irritated with this hack, scams, frauds and all of that. Anyways, Genius Act blocks big tech banks from dominating stablecoins, Circle executive says. The Genius Act contains a little notice clause that prevents technology giants and Wall Street behemoths from dominating the stablecoin market, according to Circle Chief Strategy Officer Dante Dispart. The Genius Act has what I would like to call, just for my own legacy's sake, a Libra cause. Dispart told that the Unchained podcast on Saturday, any non-bank that wants to mint a dollar peg token must spin up a standalone entity that looks more like Circle and less like a bank, clear antitrust hurdles and face a Treasury Department committee with the veto power over the launch. Banks don't get a free pass either. Lenders that issue a stablecoin must house it in a legally separate subsidiary and keep the coins on a balance sheet that carries no risk taking, no leverage, no lending, Dispart noted. That structure is even more conservative than the deposit token models JP Morgan and others floated. It creates clear rules that I think in the end, the biggest winners are the US consumers and market participants, and frankly, the dollar itself, he added. So Bitcoin 43% social chat dominance suggests key entry point ahead. Nearly half of all crypto related mentions on social media this week centered around Bitcoin as it hits new highs, a level of dominance that may signal a local top and potential short-term pullback, according to sentiment platforms Sentiment. As Bitcoin market value crept above 123.1k for the first time in its 17-year history, there was an equally historic social dominance spike. Sentiment analyst Brian Quinlivan said in a report on Wednesday, 43.06 of all crypto discussions were about BTC, just as the coin's market value was peaking. Quinlivan said that the sudden spike was indicative of many retail traders FOMOing in, challenging the view held by several other industry participants who believe retail investors have yet entered the market. So, on the other hand, on July 11th, Bitwise head of research Andre Dragosh said Bitcoin is at new all-time highs, but retail is almost nowhere to be found. CoinDCX crypto exchange hacked for 44 million. CoinDCX, a local crypto exchange in India, was hacked on Friday in a sophisticated server breach, according to CoinDCX founder and CEO Sumit Gupta. The issue was isolated and all user funds remain safe, the CEO said on June 19th X post. So the CEO has released this statement. Today, one of our internal operations account used only for liquidity provisioning on a partner exchange was compromised due to a sophisticated server breach. I confirm that the CoinDCX wallets used to store customer assets are not impacted and are completely safe. So with that I think whether these hacks are happening or not, sometimes these people are taking the right kind of measures at right time, and that's the reason they are somehow able to address to the issues that are happening. Meanwhile, on-chain sleuth Zach XBT said that 44 million was drained through the hack and has since been transferred to wallet addresses on the Solana and Ethereum network. This is what everywhere it's happening. Recent past, we have seen the Ethereum hack on Bybit. Then we have seen we have seen Sui getting hacked recently on what was that platform, Cetus protocol, which was a decentralized exchange. Now this CoinDCX, which is basically an exchange in India, that also is got hacked. And everywhere, like you see, basically we are talking about it's getting hacked, but then it's also getting it's getting detected at the right time also, which is also possible, and which is also being taken care of by the people, the CEOs, the founders, and everybody is trying their best to make sure that the way previously how things were handled, it's not handled that way anymore. So we are continuing to see that previously there was a time when any hack or scams used to happen, the retrieving of that particular crypto or the balances were very, very difficult. It was next to impossible. But right now they make sure that they are able to do that, which is a good sign altogether for all of us. So I think each one of them, now that the regulatory framework is coming into picture, the Genius Act, the anti-CBDC, all these acts definitely is bringing about a positive change for sure. We can see that in the way the things are handled. There were days when basically when it was next to impossible. Trust me, it was next to impossible. Like anything that you would lose out in crypto was lost forever. That was how it was. Now it's changed everything, and we can see that despite of all the things that happen, they basically try to retrieve the amounts. The wallets are safe. They try to somehow get it back. Definitely these villains are not able to escape so easily these days. So that's what is happening, and it's a very, very good and happy news for all of us. So don't worry on that aspect. Let's continue to have that regulatory framework and more education, more information on all the aspects, so that all of us are safe and all of us are educating each one of each other. We are also passing on the information to each other so that we continue to maybe support each other. That's what I can say right now. God, I had my medicine. I feel a bit better. From that time my nose was blocked completely, and because of which I was not able to breathe, and you guys must have seen me. I was not able to talk also. I'm drinking some hot water, kind of soothing my overall my chest and my my lungs, I would say, the blockage that I'm facing here, my chest congestion and all that, it's a bit better actually. So as I was saying, Bitcoin, after reaching 123.1k is back at 118. Definitely looking at the the overall volume, when it was at 123, the volume was at 250. I remember that very clearly, when the price of Bitcoin was at 123, somewhere around. At that point in time, the volume was almost to 250, 256, something like that. But right now the volume has definitely come down, 145.87 billion, which is significant amount, definitely in 3 digits. But the prices have definitely come down. So while it that's always a case where basically price kind of pullbacks and then again goes back to the normal. This is very, very normal with all of us to see what is happening in the crypto. Not just crypto, it's always with the financial markets. There's a surge, then it comes down. Either it's for various reasons, we know for sure. One of the major reasons can be, of course, after giving all the profits to traders out there, the investors out there, definitely, the price has to correct itself, right? Then it gets into the consolidation phase, where it gets into the accumulation phase, where all the traders or the buyers are coming together to again buy it, and that kind of creates a demand that is required, and then we see that the price then again shoots up to the level it has to shoot up. That is what happens after after the rally happens, and then it comes down. The other thing is, of course, the negative news is, of course, kind of brings back the market to the normal. This is also very common for all of us. We know that Bitcoin, not just Bitcoin, I'm talking about all the cryptocurrencies as such, they all basically, after reaching their high, they come down for a short time. It can be either news, it can be short-term consolidation, price corrections, and whatnot. So these are few important things, very important to remember. Like, you have to follow the news, you have to follow whatever is happening in the market and surroundings to make sure that when are we entering the market and when are we exiting. So one of the very prerequisite rule of any spot or futures trading is to make sure that you're aware of what's happening in the market, because what happens is, if you're not aware of whatever is happening, you might end up entering into the market at wrong time, which will be very, very significant, wrong thing that you would be doing. So that is something you need to keep yourself aware of. So I'm going to open my chart, Bitcoin chart, so that we can start a bit of technical analysis. And I think there's nothing in the market as such today, to be honest. There's not much in the market. It's all about the recent act that has passed, which kind of caused this hype to happen. That is what has happened. But other than that, basically, we know for a fact, at the moment, after giving the required profits to all the investors, now it's time for the accumulation. And the Bitcoin is just, you can see it yourself, guys, like it's just in the accumulation phase, just hitting this support and resistance. I'm going to create the support and resistance again for you guys for today. Let's keep it. I'm just going to keep our, today's 20th, right? I'm going to keep it for just 20th. You can see very, very clearly the price try to hit this. This is my resistance. I'm going to create my support. Let's just do it for today only. I'm not putting it for too many days or things like that. So right now Bitcoin seems like it's in an accumulation phase. If I try to put this in bigger time frames, let's see what is it showing me. On bigger time frames also, it looks like it is still on the time, it is still on the time accumulation phase, I can say. The 1 hour chart, that also seems to be more or less in the picture. And I'm just looking at the recent numbers itself, so that's how it is. Okay, so on all the charts you can see it's within the support and resistance level that we are talking about. Let me move back to my 15 minutes chart and continue the analysis that we were doing. Okay. Yeah, are you able to see? Yeah. So this is our support and resistance. So the price is just hovering around. Um, the high that it went was still 118 291, as you can see, and the low that it went was 117 639. So not much of a difference since yesterday. I remember yesterday I was, I gave you a buy position and I gave you a sell position too, which kind of basically, I think we discussed it yesterday. And just a sec. So basically, since yesterday, you can see that the Bitcoin is basically not crossing that benchmark. Since yesterday it is in the negative. I mean, it is reaching till 117. It is again coming back to 118, not able to cross much on that level. You can see yourself here. I think this was the time when we were actually looking into the market, right? It dipped till 117 269 last night, but that price was not able to sustain for longer time. Again, it went back to the zone, the support and resistance. It broke, but then it again came back in the range bound category altogether. So there's not much happening on that front. So now we are very much clear. Bitcoin, until unless it breaks through the previous support and resistance that it has created, until then there is no clarity on that front. Now this is what our DMI is, directional movement index. So this is a new indicator that I've discovered, a very good indicator to kind of cater to your requirements. And now why I use this indicator is also a very good reason for it. Like whenever we are actually trading, I think one of the biggest problem each one of us face, including me, is whenever we are trading, we want to trade in the direction of the trend. But what happens is sometimes we take a trade and then we end up, feeling so bad that basically we have taken a wrong trade, which means that the moment you enter the market, you suddenly see, instead of market, moving in the direction of trend, which should be like, it should be going like upward. This is what our expectation was, but it actually completely shattered you by just going downwards, right? So this is a complete disappointing thing, and I have faced this issue myself, and I want to basically I'm sure each one of you also must have faced this issue. So to help you out with that, just a sec. Oh my god, this is what I hate. I think anyways, I don't know if I can delete this. Guys, I don't know. Okay, anyways, I'm leaving it because my other drawings are just going away. So anyway, so what I was telling is that one of the issues which all of us face is like we are not trading in the direction of the trend. The basic rule should be like we should be trading in the direction of the trend itself. Like if the trend is upward, like uptrend, that is where we should be trading at. But sometimes what happens is, as we think that it is going to be an uptrend, but suddenly the price starts moving down. So that happens only when we have very limited knowledge, or when we have not observed few things which were very important and crucial at that point in time. I think all the other things remain very normal. There's no rocket science in spot trading, for sure. It is just buy low, sell high. That is the basic funda. And if you know what price you should enter, I told you the second very important thing is whether at this current stage and time when we are wherever we are, whether the media hype is there, not there, what the price it is trading at, if that price is good enough for entering into the market. Because sometimes the price might be at its all-time high and you will not realize that until unless you do some calculations. There are some mathematical calculations which I've already discussed this, and the past 2 days I'm going on discussing this. The formula that I keep telling you guys, NVT is the formula, network value to transaction formula is the one which basically helps you out in terms of understanding if the current price of cryptocurrency is basically undervalued, overvalued, or fair valued. So once you know if it is overvalued, you shouldn't be entering market at that time. But if you know if it is undervalued, is when you can enter into the market. So once you're clear on that path, the third thing now that you need to do is you decide a point of entry. Third step is to decide a point of entry. Now point of entry is to be decided basis few indicators that we use, and some of the very basic indicators which can help you take successful trades are either you use RSI or RSI divergence, or you use a combination of RSI divergence, MACD, Fibonacci, moving averages. It can be simple moving averages or it can be exponential moving averages, and few more indicators like X48 indicator is one of my favorite indicators that gives you very clear cut picture of when to enter the market and when to exit. We have tested it quite some time on the stream itself, so we can be sure that it can be a useful indicator. But I am telling you guys once more, what may have worked for me or what may have worked for me in a particular scenario may or may not work for you. So please, you also backtest each of these indicators, because indicators are ultimately, they are signals, they are man-made tools, they're not the 100% accurate thing. So you might not completely rely on it blindly. The accuracy might be somewhere around 95 to 98% for each indicator, but what really matters is before you actually make any real trade, either do demo trading or backtest that particular indicator for some time to see are you able to take a right decision basis the indicator. And any indicator which you're using, the only indicator that you're using will never give you an accurate information. So it has to be a combination of indicators always. If you want to authenticate their authenticity, you always have to backtest it with a combination of it, RSI and MACD together, RSI and Fibonacci together, or RSI and ADX together, or ADX and DMI together, or ADX and Fibonacci together. Like a combination of 2-3 indicators is very, very important for taking the right kind of decisions. Until you do that, you are never ever going to get an accurate answer. Although even though sometimes when you use these indicators, there are chances sometimes there are fake breakouts, fake signals and things like that, which might also impact your overall decision making. I am not saying everything is 100% accurate, so you keep a benefit of doubt on some things, while you can rely on certain things, and certain things you can obviously let it go. So that is what it is about indicators. Now coming to the DMI, you can see here the DMI basically here, the blue line you see here. I'm going to open its setting. Okay, so you can see on the screen there are 3 lines, and you're looking at it, you might be like thinking what is that even, right? So let me just tell you, the red line that you see there is the ADX line, which is the average directional index line. The blue line that you see there is the DI plus line, and the minus sign that you, or the orange line that you see is DI minus. Now these are the 3 things which are used in terms of making sure your settings are going to remain as it is. While few people just use ADX independently, it is not necessary that ADX will give you accurate information. In order to get the right kind of buy or sell entry, it is better to use a combination of ADX plus DI plus DI minus. Okay, while I'll show you, I'll just remove this indicator and I'll show you, you can use ADX also directly. Okay, ADX is also available. You can see average directional index. You can draw this directly on the chart which is available. So if you want to, because ADX is just an indicator which basically is giving you information on how strong the trend is, you might not rely on it completely. What you should be doing is you should be using it as a combination of, I'm deleting this guys, okay, you should be using it as a combination of DMI, oh sorry, DM, yeah. So this DMI will give you all three things which we need to know. Now you must be wondering, what is this DI plus, DI minus, ADX, all these very crazy things, right? So let me explain you. ADX is something which gives you the information that your trend, whether it is strong or it is weak. It is not telling you if it is an uptrend or a downtrend. It is telling you whether your trend is strong or your trend is weak. So trend can be anything. Trend can be either uptrend, it can be downtrend. Whatever might be going on the price chart, that is going on. What it is trying to tell you is, it is basically telling you that the trend is strong or not. Okay, let me just put this on 25. I'm drawing a line here, horizontal line. Okay, now you must be wondering, what am I doing? I'll tell you. Don't worry, I'll be telling you what it is. So I'm drawing this as a coordinate on 25. Okay, now see this. You see your ADX, this is your ADX, right? The red one. So it's at 22. So it's still not confirmed as a very strong trend. Now I'm going to write this down here. I don't know how to undo this one. I don't know why did I draw this. Somehow this is not. Can I actually click on this and delete? Oh yes, I could do it. Okay, great. I was thinking properly, I'm not able to do this. Okay, I'll write down the notes here so that it can give you some kind of clarity. There are a few requisites that you need to know. There are a few things that you need to know about certain okay, come on, now it's fine. Okay, we have our resistance here. We have a support. Okay, it's broken the support, it's gone. But you see, since midnight of 20th, like the UTC time that I'm talking about, it was just in accumulation phase. This is why I keep telling guys, for a couple of hours, Bitcoin or whether any altcoin, any cryptocurrency for that matter, they keep accumulating. This phase, this range bound market that you're seeing, this is the time when all the buying happens or all the selling happens, like whatever it is. It can be anything, it can be buying or it can be selling. So if during this phase, when you see that the market is just moving in just between these lines, okay, these lines here you can see, so it was just between this range itself. So this is your range bound market. Okay, this is your range bound market because it is just trading in this zone only. Okay, so just a sec, I will write this also for you. Okay, so when this is just going in this direction, taking trade at this time is a useless thing I will say, because I'll tell you why it is practically not possible is, if you see, I'm going to measure this move, okay, only till here. You see the move is just about 0.53%. So do you think taking a trade at that level, which it was trading at support level, and just getting out of the market at that level, do you think would you be able to make enough profits if in case your volume is very less? Do you think in that level will you be ever able to make any kind of profits after paying all the trading fees or after paying all that is required? Will you be having enough in your pocket as profit? I don't think so it is possible, because if in case your amounts are like minimalistic amounts like $100,000, $1,500, still it will be a very difficult phase where you will not be able to fetch profits within that market. When you want to make good amount of profits, say at least a bare minimum of $10 to $20, the market should climb this level. This is where your actual profits will start reaping. You see right now the market is at 0.82%. Even if it goes till 1%, 2%, 3%, that is where your potential lies. That is where your profit lies. Okay. And on the ADX front of it, you can see right now that the trend is trying to be strong. It is at 22.78, 22.9477. So the trend is becoming strong. Okay. So okay, the price got rejected at that stage. So it went till this level, which is 0.88, and the price got rejected. Okay. So do this bit of math yourself and see, if you were to start at $117,654, would you be able to go towards 118,704? Is it practically possible or is it not possible? Just see that and let me know, because once you do the calculations, you wouldn't be able to do that. Like, you put it here. Wow, that's good. Now it's a 0.95. Again, the price got rejected. You see, after such a big move, the price is getting rejected, which means the buyers are getting overpowered by the sellers out here. So after the price reaching 118,770, the they started taking profits and the price started shooting down again. So it was a 0.94% move though, but that is from the lowest to the highest side. I'm not talking from the previous low. So the reason I'm showing you these calculations is because, my god, after reaching 118,763 the price got rejected, and you can clearly see first a gravestone doji was formed, and then now the price is shooting down, which means that the buyers were overpowered by the sellers and the price is now coming down. So So in this scenario, the blue line you see is the DI plus. Where is the settings? DI plus is the blue line and orange line is the DI1 minus. So DI1 is above DI minus. That rule is met. I'm also going to add another indicator to authenticate it. Okay. Fourth thing is price breaks the resistance level, which in our case all the four conditions are met. So if you are using DMI, there are four conditions that needs to be met in order to take a successful trade, and that is possible when all these four conditions are met. The first one is DI should cross above DI minus, which in our case the blue line is already crossing the orange line. You can see it yourself. The first condition is met. The second condition is ADX is above 20 to 25. The second condition is also met because it is at 26, but still at this point in time is just up, just slightly by 1 point it is up. We might as well wait for some more movements to happen, then we can continue to take a trade, which is very much possible. And then third is volume is confirming. The green volume spikes on the volume chart you can see is growing, which means there is heavy buying pressure that is building up. And then the fourth one is price has broken the resistance. So if all these four conditions are met, then there becomes a buying entry. So our buying point or buying entry could have been somewhere at this, between these three candles or half of this candle. Our entry could have been somewhere around here. In any of these candles. This move was almost, if you see from here to here, was close to 0.56 level only, but the price reached from 104 to 118.70. So you calculate on your own how much amount you are investing, and on that amount, after deducting the fees, are you able to make any profits or not. So what you need to avoid is false signals. Skip entries if ADX is less than 20 here, until unless if it is not exceeding 25, it's better to avoid it, because if the trend is not so strong, then you might be seeing that the price will be further falling, which might not give you the result, or which might not give you the right kind of profits. And don't also buy if in case DI plus and DI minus are crossing too often, because that's a choppy market. Like you keep seeing up down, like intersection of both of them. Better to avoid in those scenarios also. Like in our case, we can see here that blue line has crossed it here, then again it crossed here, and then it went up. But if there were too many intersections out here, I would have not suggested you to enter into the market. Suppose if you would have invested, say, even $2,000 at this stage, which is basically, what was the level at this point in time? 117,815. Let's see if we were able to achieve some profit here. Divided by 2000. No, sorry. 2000 divided by 117,815 into so this is where it went, right? The highest price which got rejected was at 118,766. What was the price? 118,766. I don't think we could have made some good profit. $16, I guess. I think it's a good move. So within how many minutes? This was 13:45 candle, 14, and then 14:15. 15 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes. This candle has formed in 45 minutes. So within 45 minutes, we were able to make around $16 profit. So what do you think of it? Did we make the right decision, or did we make the wrong decision? Usually after a strong, body candle, it's better to wait for another candle to see if the trend is continuing, because what may happen is sometimes when the strong body candle is made, then there might be a false signal or a false candle that gets formed immediately, and you might see the price shooting down. So until unless there is another candle that gets formed, don't make the decision of whether we should enter into the market or not. So in this case, because the two candles remain strong, it was good for us to enter the market at this point in time. I'm not even saying near the indecision candles you should be taking any position. These are of course not the place. I'm talking about this particular candle where you could have taken the buying position, because this candle was very strong, a very strong bullish candle that has formed, where the body of the candle itself is very strong. So there is no doubt about it. The take profit could have been here. Because every second the price fluctuates like crazy, especially in cryptos. As a rule of thumb, you guys better keep this thing in mind, that don't wait until hours and hours together to take the profit, guys, because what you might get in next couple of minutes is what you will even get even after waiting uh, you know hours and hours together. It's not necessary that you might get like great amount of profit. It's not possible, and that I'm talking about through my personal experience. So make sure you do this. This could have been our target point of taking profit here and then just exiting. I think even if it was $2,000 that you would have invested, should have easily given you Sometimes market, the way we predict, moves in sometimes in the direction that way. Sometimes, the opposite is what happens. So you have to be careful on all of that. Okay. If you plan to stay for more than this time, you might as well not get the desired profit. So better try to exit the market within 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours max, and not more than that. You see, the next 15 minutes, the whole phase has changed. This is why I keep telling. The moment you hit the profit target, like even something above 1,000, 1,500, $15, you should take and exit the market. I mean, the more grade you keep, the more your money is going to get stuck. This is a very, very classic example of how the markets move, and the more you go into the greed, you might not, either you just make the investment and just hold it for like long term, like as if you are investing for longer term, like for taking advantage of the dollar cost averaging. That can be a thing, or you just exit the market within the time period that you're supposed to, because it's not worth staying in the market for longer term. Next, sometimes the profit happens in next 5 minutes candle, or it happens within 1 hour, or it can happen in next couple of hours. That should be your target. Don't keep it like hours and hours and hours together, guys. Not not at all good. Not the right strategy, not the right way. So Is this very difficult to understand or is it easy to understand? Guys, you can see ADX is very strong at the moment, 28. It's above 25 level. So I wouldn't say it's very strong. Yes, it is. It is strong. So of course the DI plus has crossed the DI minus line also. So the condition is met. ADX is above 2025. Volume has confirmed, and of course the price has broken above the resistance level. Our point of entry could have been somewhere here or even here. So I think all the conditions are met. This is why we need to take a confirmation with other indicators too, because one indicator is not sufficient for taking the right kind of decisions always. So In this scenario, the volume indicator is just not enough for us. We'll have to delete this indicator. I'll be deleting this. I'll try to put Fibonacci if it is allowing me, so that we know up to what level it will be able to retrace, right? So it's important for us to know if it is able to, if it retraces, it can retrace till this level. You can see here this is the level it has to retrace if the trend has to continue. If it doesn't retrace this level and it goes further down, then it will go further down. Let's just see whether the retracement levels will be crossed or it will remain same. Okay, we'll have to watch it out. So right now between 12 to like I always tell, right, between 1 or 12 to 16 p.m., which is the as per the UTC time, that is where the markets are very, very volatile due to London and New York markets overlapping. At this point in time, when we started our stream, like at around 4 o'clock, since then we got one buying position and one selling position, which was possible. We've seen it all. Where was the buy position and where was the sell? Now we are waiting for the markets to go down further so that we can see that we get another buying position. So if you have missed out in the previous chance of not being able to enter the market, you might be able to enter it again. But let us test the thing with Fibonacci, because Fibonacci will clearly give us the picture if the prices are going to retrace back from the retracement levels or if they will go further down. And then we will also confirm it with RSI on all the time frames to make sure again we know whether we are entering it at the right time or not. Okay, so for the DMI, the directional movement index indicator, these were your buying entry rules, and I think all the four rules were met, or all the four conditions were met, because of which we could find a buying entry. but we also have to back test it with different indicators to make sure that we're taking the right decision. So I back tested it with volume. I did check it with I'm right now checking it Fibonacci. I'm also going to check it with RSI to make sure that though we might know through DMI the trend is strong and it's good enough to enter into the market or not, but just to make sure that we are entering at the oversold territory and we're not just entering the market from between, because we don't want to enter it at a short position. It might be difficult at times, and I don't recommend as a beginner trader or to all you guys to enter the market from in between or something. Better to take a long position, enter it at a place where it has already reached oversold zone, and then you enter it. And to make sure that we enter it at that stage, we will be testing it with different indicators too. So as you see, on 20th of July, which is today, since morning midnight, this is where your first candle was formed. This is where this red candle, this is where the market opened, and the timing on the chart you can see is UTC timing. This is not Dubai time, so you can fix your timing as per your country, or you might as well use UTC. That's up to you. So this is where the market started. The price went all the way down till 117,698, and since then it is just going in accumulation phase. We drew a support and resistance till this level, and this is where, when we started the stream, the price for the first time broke the resistance level, and this is the candle where we took the entry. Keeping these four conditions to be in mind, using the DMI indicator, which is directional movement index, which tells you whether the trend that is seen is strong enough or not. Basis that we took the trade. While we always decide basis RSI or MACD, sometimes the biggest mistake which we do is we are not sure if the trend is going to reverse or not. So in that case, when the trend is not reversing, or if it is going to reverse, and if you are making any kind of mistakes, and if you have made this mistake so far, the best way to identify if the trend is strong or not is to use the DMI indicator, and then you can decide basis this 4 points if you are likely to enter a successful trade or not. Because if the trend changes, you enter into the trade and the trend changes, you will be getting onto a wrong trade. So you will have to check it. Now I have added Fibonacci because I want to take another position, which I'm trying to do. And if in case the price reaches a certain level on Fibonacci, then I will be testing it with other indicators to be able to take a long-term position. Okay, I put a Fibonacci just to see if the price will retrace back from its retracement levels or if it will continue to downtrend. The trend seems to be strong on this side. It's above 30, it's above 25, of course. 31 it is at right now. So we'll have to wait for some more time and see. So guys, while you're watching the markets, I will be taking a small 5 minutes break. So we will continue talking. We will continue discussing about all these things once I'm back from the break. Okay. Just a sec, guys. Okay. So, as I was going on a break and I told you guys that we need to watch out for the next levels, what is it that it is leading to. And at the moment you can see the price has retraced back from 0.382 level. So it really didn't come all the way down to 0.6 or 0.78, which means that price is trying to create a like the uptrend is continuing at the moment. The trend, we can see even on the DMI indicator, the so here it is 34. So if it is above 25, we know that it is strong, right? So it is strong, the trend is strong, although the price is just playing around this new support resistance that it is creating. But yes, the trend is strong, no doubt. There is a bit of news here that we can see. Just a sec. Tin, 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 tin. There is a bit of news here actually. Am I getting that information here? Or shall I open it in the new tab? Let's see what will happen. So there is a bit of news on price retesting at 111k before it again tries to make a new high. That is what, like, before it reaches the 123k benchmark that it has created. So let's see. Already above its Fibonacci. The TMI is slightly moving down, which is like at 30. Still indicates a strong trend though. We'll have to see. Oh my god, look at the DMI here. How this is performing like crazy, no? So it's above 25 still. The ADX indicator kind of is still saying it is it does say it is the trend is still strong. So as we all know, ADX, which stands for average directional index, it measures strength only. So it is not telling you which trend it is, but it is talking about the strength of the index. So 0 to 20 is weak, 20 to 25 potential trend starting, 25 to 50 strong trend, 50 to 75 very strong trend, 75 to 100 insanely strong trend. So which is a rare case, honestly speaking. DI positive, as you see, it's a bull power, measures upward price movement. If DI plus is above minus DI1, which means that bulls are in control. If DI negative is basically above the DI plus, it measures the downward price movement, so it means that the bears are in control. So how do you read average directional index and DMI as a combo is, if that is a bullish setup, which is a buy signal, I've given you the entry rules. DI plus has to cross above the DI negative. ADX has to be above 20 to 25. Combine it with breakout or volume for confirmation. If it's for a bear setup, it's totally opposite. DI minus, which is DI negative, has to cross above DI plus. ADX should continue to rise above 20 to 25, and you have to combine it with support or support break or bearish candle. It has to come down to this level, whichever we were talking about. So these are some trading rules that we need to follow, and you will be able to take a successful trade. So divergences with average directional indexes. ADX, as it does not show direction, if price keeps making highs but ADX keep declining, it means that the trend is losing the steam. Could indicate reversal ahead, especially if confirmed by RSI or MACD. So you need to watch out If it is below 25, it does mean that it is weakening. Price action zone, support resistance, candlestick patterns, engulfing and doji is what you need to remember. Volume spikes to confirm breakout strength, and don't use it alone in sideways or range bound markets, super low time frames. Default ADX smoothing period is 14. You can tweak 7 to 10 for faster signals or 20 plus for stronger but slower confirmation. So guys, I hope this is very clear to all you guys. It's not about which trend it is taking. Is it positive? Is it uptrend? Is it downtrend? That is not what it means. What it is trying to tell you here is it is telling you that the trend is strong enough or not. So sometimes when we take a trade, all we're trying to say is basically that the trend will continue to be strong, so that we should remain in the market or we should exit, because if there is any downtrend coming or if the reversal is coming, then until when we can hold on to take the profits, or we can stay long, or we can exit because the trend reversal is coming or not, those are the things that we get to know through ADX indicator. So get this very clear in your head. I think that is what it means. Right now we put a Fibonacci Fibonacci retracement simultaneously to check its accuracy. At the moment, the price is above the Fibonacci levels, 0.236. It hasn't even reached 0.61, 0.78. So in case of an uptrend, most of the cases price retrieves from 0.38 to itself. But if it's a downtrend, it has to be 0.78 and all of that. So we need to watch out for these important points. Just above 0.5 and just below 0.5 is where usually the retracement levels are. So if it has to retrace, it retraces from that level only. And if it doesn't, it will not. So whatever be the case with BTC that's happening, looks like SUI is doing really well. How about Ethereum? What is the Ethereum? Wow, man, Ethereum. Oh my god, I didn't even check Ethereum. Let me see why. Ethereum is positive by 6%, guys. Oh my god, look at that number. Let's measure it with RSI and see. $67, $68, $65, $67, $54. So looking at the RSI, looks like the pullback should happen because it's almost reached overbought territory. It's likely to come down. So let's see what will happen. With that, we are heading towards the end of the session. As we are moving towards the end of the session, I will be seeing you guys on Wednesday, because tomorrow and day after am I off. So hopefully you'll be trading safe, and make sure that you only invest that much which you think you can afford to lose. And also guys, let me reiterate, These are not any investment advisors or financial advisors, so please do your own research before you get into any of these cryptocurrencies. So make sure that you are getting onto the right kind of products and investing that much only which you think you can afford to lose. Otherwise, please don't get into any of these without any confirmations or without any kind of uh, surety on any of these things, because markets are like really really volatile and it can cause you basically any kind of discomfort. So please. So, guys, with that, I am taking a leave. This is Nida Afreen, your host for Zbit, signing off. I hope you will be able to take some successful trades and you will continue to trade safely. So let's just end this session. I will be seeing you guys on Wednesday. Hopefully, we'll be talking some more things and some more new topics. I really, really humbly apologize that today, not being able to, I was not able to stream for 4 hours, and because of whatever, my health in the starting of the stream was not so great. So apologize to all of that. But hopefully, when we do the streaming next week, like on Wednesday, we'll be coming up with new more topics and we will be discussing a lot more things. Okay, take care of yourself, have a great evening ahead, and trade safely, guys, and I will see you on Wednesday.